Happy Wednesday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hi,
Great.
Patrick. Everybody's good. What kind of wins we got? What kind of accomplishments? Any milestones this week? Come on,
I've
let's
got
hear
to
some good
win.
news.
I've got to win. I just discovered Chat GPT and wrote all my program descriptions in like 2 minutes. That was the biggest win for my life. And I just wanted to share that. Like,
Wait until you start like getting comfortable with it, Evelyn, and start like really using it. That shit is a lifesaver.
I have been like racking my brains on how do I convince people to, like all of those questions. And then I'm like, Chat GPT, what do I include on a one pager? And blah, blah. I was like, and sold. I wrote the whole thing in a day and I've been doing it for like 2 months now. So
I love it. Good for you. Way to be more efficient with the work. It does, and it does pretty well too.
amazing. Like I give it what I have and then it puts it together. So
Yeah. No, it's pretty awesome. I'm with you on that. That's a good win. Anybody else have some cool wins and accomplishments? Anybody? Come on. That's a pretty damn good win, but that's the only thing people want to share today. Okay, well, hopefully after today's training, y'all will want to be sharing in the end of November, once we get into December, your Giving Tuesday accomplishment. So welcome to Wednesday's Lunch and Learn with Chamber. Y'all are in Chamber Nation. We're going to be going over getting you guys ready for Giving Tuesday. So this guide, literally, it's a step-by-step guide to how to prepare for Giving Tuesday. This guide is how I, on my own, raised $25,000 in one day, meaning 24 hours. On Giving Tuesday several years ago. The guide is still the same because it works so well. So we're going to go through it pretty much line by line with you guys and see how we can get you all ready. So Giving Tuesday isn't until November 28th, but it's like preparing for an event. So in order to prepare for an event, you start getting your assets together, your media, your goals, your descriptions, your content together a couple months in advance. So it's September right now. Giving Tuesday is the end of November. Let me give you guys a statistics because you all know I love data. Last year on Giving Tuesday, which is the largest donation day of the year, how much y'all think was raised last year on Giving Tuesday? And that, remember, it's just a 1 day, 24-hour giving day. How much y'all think was raised last year? Give me some guesses. You can put it in the chat. You can go off mute. 5 billion. Ooh, Patrick, that's a pretty good guess, actually. Okay, that was actually a pretty good guess. So last year on Giving Tuesday, 3.1 billion was raised in 24 hours by 37 million donors across the United States. That was just the US number. 3.1 billion. Patrick, I got $100 for you. Don't let me forget. Since thanks to your engagement, and I know you are going to actually get yourselves ready for Giving Tuesday. So $100 to Patrick from Force Multipliers. He's a organization that serves veterans. Patrick, don't let me forget. Evelyn, yours is in the mail. $100. That was a good guess. 5 billion. So and it probably was if you add in the global total. So 3.1 billion was raised in the United States alone last year. And even during COVID, it was those same high numbers. So it didn't matter what was going on in the world, same amounts, same levels of funding was raised. So we're going to dive into your guys' step-by-step guide to get you ready. We've got our event queen on here, Nikea. Nikea, this should be a breeze for you since you're getting ready for events all the time. So now we're going to apply it to a giving day. Let me share my screen. As you guys know, we keep this super informal, ask questions, dive in. If we'll ask you guys if there's things that you want to share along the way too. If I can get my screen to share, that would be even more fantastic. Come on, load. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? It's the step-by-step guide. Okay, cool. All right. So it is a 21-page document, but it's an actual guided workbook. So you guys can, it's in a Word, and we'll post this in the Facebook group, and we'll also email it out to you guys. Step-by-step guide to creating your campaign for your 24-hour giving day. So once you guys open up this document, you're going to see a whole bunch of just like explaining what Giving Tuesday is. This is your global giving moment with local impact. This is a world-known giving day. It is the one day of the year where everyone expects nonprofits to be the most annoying in asking for money. So take advantage of this day. This document is literally how I raised $25,000 in one day for one of my programs. So this is going to go over how you create your campaign, recruit your team, tell your story, get the support that you need, and create the timelines, literally step by step, every step of the way. Giving Tuesday is I believe it's November 28th, 2023. Alex, can you keep me honest on that and double check?
Yeah, I'll double check real quick. Thanks.
Pretty sure it's November 28th. And there's a reason why we're doing the step-by-step guide now in September, because you want to take September, October, November to really prepare. It's just like preparing for an event, like literally the same.
Yep, Tuesday, November 28th this year.
Perfect. Okay, so this is to get you guys ready for 24 hours of giving on November 28th to leverage your network, leverage your donors, leverage everybody so that you guys can bring in funding. So look at that. Just like I said, approach it like an event. So your Giving Tuesday campaign is going to be your event on November 28th. Everyone's going to have the same event that day. Let's see how much each of you can raise, and we'll do a follow-up in November and December to see who raised the most. The other really cool thing about Giving Tuesday is a lot of companies and organizations will do matching donations. I don't know if Facebook is doing it this year, but last year and the year before on Giving Tuesday, especially if you did your campaign through Facebook, Facebook would match what you raised up to like a certain amount. So look into that, because that might be another opportunity to double your money for Giving Tuesday. Okay, so step one. A lot of this is going to sound very redundant and very familiar to a lot of you who join us every single week, because these are things that you need to have when you're trying to raise funds for your organization anyways. So step one is setting your campaign goal. This is the framework to your event for Giving Tuesday, and it needs to reflect the priority of your organization. So your goal needs to be specific enough so that somebody knows what the money's going to, yet needs to be large enough so that your whole entire team can speak to it. So this gives us some examples. If you want, is there anybody that wants us to use you as an example, and we'll fill this document in with you? Let me see if I can see some extra faces. Is anybody interested? And we'll fill this document out right here on the spot for you.
I am Sharon.
That's right, Karen. Okay.
Turn yours.
Okay, so this week, Patrick got $100, and Karen's going to be walking out of here with a Giving Tuesday campaign workbook started. Okay, so Karen, and it's okay if you know, we're calling you on the spot, so it's okay if you don't know, all the exact details, but we can help you flesh it out. So we want to be specific enough that you have a customized goal, but large enough to help your organization out. So do you have some things for your organization that are goals that you want to raise some funds for?
Say that one more time. Do I have what?
Some goals for your campaign for your Giving Tuesday.
Yes, we want to raise money to enroll our children into our aqua therapy program, and to provide respite care for the family members of children in the hospital.
All right. And how much are you guys looking to raise?
Let's say I'll go with 25,000.
I like it. It's a good obtainable number. And I would imagine for aqua therapy, it probably can actually get to that amount. What was the second thing that you said?
Respite care for children, for families of children hospitalized. So yeah,
Okay. Don't judge me on spelling and grammar
That's
today, guys. Okay.
okay.
Perfect. Okay, so this is where we're just in the beginning phases of setting our campaign goal. So our goal is to raise dollars for children in the aqua therapy program and some dollars for respite care for families of children that are hospitalized. We're looking at raising $25,000. And we're going to be doing this. This is for Giving Tuesday on November 28th. Okay. And then we're going to be looking at the timeline. So this is where the critical component of getting ready for Giving Tuesday is. This is you identifying how you're going to get everyone on the team to do for you so that you're not the only one. The way to be the most successful with Giving Tuesday is to have a team. So for Karen, do you have a team of members that you want to determine? And by when do you want to have that done?
I have 5 members already.
Perfect.
Mhm.
So we're going to say that that's done since you have that already. When are you
Okay.
going to do a kickoff meeting date?
We can do our kickoff meeting date on September 28th.
And so you'll agree on the goal on September 28th. On September 28th, you're also going to divide the team into task groups. You guys can start the conversation for creating your campaign brand. This would be getting like your logo together, some flyers together, creating your ad for that event, basically like your event flyer.
Okay.
So all of these, this will be also September 28th. Recruit ambassadors. Do you have additional people besides those 5 members? Like maybe you have a volunteer workforce?
I have 2 people that I can put on my volunteer workforce.
Okay, I'm going to just put a note here to look at your volunteer workforce, okay?
Okay, all right.
And then do you want to wait until your September 28th meeting and have the team sort of figure out recruit your merchants and small businesses who can help
Yes,
promote your day?
yes.
So see what this guidebook does, you guys, how specific this it literally, so on September 8th, when she has her kickoff meeting date, when Karen does, they're going to line by line go through each of these actions so that they can check off what needs to be done. So this is the coolest part is it tells you to recruit ambassadors. It tells you to recruit other merchants and small businesses, longtime donors and matching funds. So we're going to put, I would say a week after September 28th, Karen, you would reach out to your longtime donors and ask for matching funds. And the reason I say a week after September 28th is that's your kickoff meeting. So that
Okay.
team of you and your 5, this is where you guys can sort of break out who's going to call who. So what's a week after September 28th?
October the 5th.
Okay. This needs to start also October 5th. So this can go a week after. This will give you guys a solid month. Actually, I would do this before. So with your team starting on September 28th.
Okay.
That way you guys have the ability to work as a team to create additional assets. I don't know if you'll want to look at getting interns. Maybe you're going to want to look at getting other volunteers to help you with stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Consider event or activity for supporters. So this one's really cool. What this is basically saying as part of your guys' kickoff to preparing for Giving Tuesday is that you might want to, in advance of November 28th, because that's your final day in that 24 hours where you're going to have all of your giving occur. But on leading up to that, what you might want to do is have an activity or event for your supporters, for your merchants and small businesses, for your volunteers, for these ambassadors, and the workforce people that you guys decide on. this would be a great time to have a get together for everyone to talk more about Giving Tuesday. Can everybody give on Giving Tuesday? Because the dollar has to be given on Giving Tuesday for it to count as a Giving Tuesday dollar.
Got it.
Okay. So I would suggest maybe, and this is something you can talk about with your kickoff team, but I
Okay.
would say like end of October or early November.
Got you.
And then this was really cool. So plan a day of Zoom headquarter for your team to have a public version of that. So this is going to be on November 28th. On November 28th, you guys can have your Giving Tuesday event on a Zoom where maybe it's a party. It doesn't even have to be on Zoom. It could be in person also. So this is going to happen on Giving Tuesday where you're going to have an event. You could even create this on Facebook, on Eventbrite, so that everyone has this on their calendar.
Okay.
And then when you guys debrief after November 28th, so on November 29th, because you need to do it within 24 hours so you keep the momentum, you're going to have a meeting with the same team that you did your kickoff with. And you guys are going to go over how much money was raised, top donors, and the thank you that's going to go out to all of them within 48 hours.
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
Can you backtrack to the column, the row above where it says plan date? No, right? Plan day of Zoom headquarters. Can you tell me what that is again, please?
Yeah, so for this one, it's a couple of options. So what they're recommending, and I recommend it too, but you could also do in person, is that you have a Zoom meeting for the team. So that way, go ahead.
On Giving Day, we're having a meeting as well? Okay.
It's
Okay.
more like a party though. I wouldn't call it a meeting, but you could do it
Okay.
in person. So a
Okay.
lot of this is like also COVID friendly because it's that time of season, everybody's sick and whatever colds and nastiness is going around. So this
Okay.
really is like a day of party.
Okay, got you.
Okay. So this is your activity timeline and meeting schedule. So you guys are going to determine your team members, which you already have. So for those of you who were not doing this for and who are thinking about this Giving Tuesday prep, think about who you want on your team so that you can set your kickoff date meeting. At the kickoff date meeting, you're going to agree on the goal, which for Karen, she already set the goal. It's 25,000. You're going to divide the team into specific tasks to help you guys reach out. Maybe each task member is going to make a list of 150 people they each know that they're going to leverage for Giving Tuesday. You're going to start talking about creating your campaign brand. Basically, this is your event flyer. That's all that means. It's your day of event flyer. Your communication timeline. Are you guys going to send newsletter blasts? So I'll put some examples here. Newsletter blasts, social media, any kind of emails, text campaigns. I'm having a
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What is it? LinkedIn?
Yes, LinkedIn is a great one. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Recruit ambassadors. So this is, you're going to want to look at, I would say have this done by October 5th-ish as well. These are going to be the people to help support your team of 5. So your team of 5, this team members, that's your primary team that's going to help you lead this event. And then your ambassadors, these are really, who is really good for ambassadors are high school students.
Yeah.
High schoolers, volunteers, recipients of your program. Those are really good ambassadors. These are people that can speak to your organization, speak to your goals, and also, maybe they're comfortable about speaking about the Giving Tuesday campaign that you guys are going to set. Recruit merchants and small businesses. So do you guys see the whole idea of setting this activity timeline, how a lot of it is focused on creating the network that you're going to use to leverage? Because that's really how you have a successful Giving Tuesday. So I was successful in raising $25,000 in one day because I'm really good at being annoying as fuck. That's what I specialize in. Anyone who knows me, and I see my mom is on here shaking her head. Anyone who knows me knows I am proud to say I am annoying. But my annoyingness got us $25,000. So what do I care? Amber, t-shirt, hashtag annoying AF. Okay. I'm glad the faces that I can see on my screen are cracking up because I can't see everyone. And if we have new people on here today, they may not all be familiar with my tone of voice. Okay. Be annoying. Be annoying. Okay. That's your goal for Giving Tuesday. And what do we care? Be annoying and get $25,000. Are you going to care if you're annoying and you get $25,000 in 24 hours? Yeah, exactly. No one's going to give a shit at all. Okay. I really think we need to make that t-shirt, Amber. Just hashtag annoying as fuck. And then underneath it equals $25,000 in my pocket. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this part, there's 21 pages to this document, but this page is your most critical component to the whole thing because it's your team, it's your network, it's who you're leveraging. I see a question in the chat. How can we get a donor list? Oh, speaking my language, not ho. How can we get a donor list? It's okay. We knew what you meant. I even read it as how, so it's okay. How can we get a donor list? I think I just set the tone for everyone for the day by dropping the F-bomb. So if you don't have donors already, oh my God, this is your opportunity to build your donor list because you're going to write down 50 to 100, 200 people that you know, and you can use Giving Tuesday as your launch to getting people understanding your organization. Sutonia, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Does that make sense on if you don't already have a donor list, you can kind of use Giving Tuesday to sort of help you now build a donor list. You're going to write down, and this goes for everybody, write down, a couple hundred people that you know, because on Giving Tuesday, you and your team and your ambassadors and your merchants and your small businesses and your partners, y'all are going to divide that list and y'all are going to make phone calls all day on Giving Tuesday. That is how I raised $25,000. Giving Tuesday is an entry opportunity for donors. Okay, Mama Elephant. Let me stop my share screen for that and repeat that so that that is on my face on my annoying AF screen. Giving Tuesday is an entry opportunity for donors. So not only is it your day of giving where you're going to try and raise as much money as you can, but it's your entry opportunity for donors, okay? That was your plug drop of the day. Plug drop of the day. Giving Tuesday is an entry opportunity for donors. Mm-hmm. And awesome. And Patrick Ketchum of Force Multipliers, he's setting up a place on his website to collect information to use for a donor list. Also, just so you guys know, if for those of you who use the donor management platform, Give Butter, like butter you spread on bread, and you can always get that from our link tree in our bio, you can create a specific campaign page on Give Butter for Giving Tuesday day alone. So that way, if you want to track and have a custom campaign, I would use Give Butter. Okay. So Karen, I'm going to put that as a note on here. Consider using Give Butter to create a custom campaign for Giving Tuesday. Okay.
Hey, just so you know, we did a Give Butter campaign already, and we're already getting support.
That's right. Okay.
I just want to share that with everybody. It's working.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. So now, once you've started on you said September 28th, you're going to have your meeting. Oh, okay. So in the chat, Patrick also dropped another plug of the day. Give Butter has an additional training on Giving Tuesday and how to use Give Butter specifically for your Giving Tuesday campaign. I'm pretty sure it's probably recorded. Patrick, is there a link that you can drop in the chat for everybody? Do you know? I see him.
They haven't sent it out yet. He's gonna send an email and I'll forward it to you.
Perfect. So we'll share that link with everybody. That's awesome. I love that. So see, other platforms are starting to also get everybody ready for Giving Tuesday. So it's not we're not starting this early. We're starting this on time because as you guys can see, the lead up to the finale on actual Giving Tuesday is that's where the work happens. Okay. So now once Karen has her meeting on September 28th, here's in the guidebook and the workbook, here's where you can put down the specific information for managing your team, your staff, your board members, your volunteers, your givers are also, that's another word for donors. Amplifiers, this is like ambassadors. This is where you can list all your community partners, small businesses, merchants, PR teams, anybody that you guys work with in the community. This is where you're going to list all of this so you have it organized in one spot. It probably seems like, oh my God, I'm back in school again. But there's a reason why this workbook, if you follow it, is successful. I'm going to say it again. This is how, oh my God, hi, Aunt Heidi. The whole elephant family's on here today. I followed this guidebook and I literally filled it out word for word. I answered all of this annoying stuff. This is how I raised $25,000 in one day. I put my staff in there, the board. I listed out hundreds of volunteers and donors. And remember, if you don't have that donor or volunteer base, that's okay. This is your entry to that. So this is your opportunity to get that kind of group together. Okay. And amplifiers, ambassadors. Karen, this is where you can maybe look at high school students, current recipients of your programs. These are great for that section. Do you have, Karen, already some people that you're thinking of that would be great ambassadors for your program?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so this is where you're going to start filling it in. Do you want me to put a couple that are on your mind right now here for you?
Yeah, you can put the parents of our children in our aqua therapy group already. So we can use those. And those are all I have right now. I have to think of some other ones.
Okay. That's a perfect example though. So for those of you who are operating nonprofits and you already have people that you serve, the people that you serve, they're your best ambassadors. They're your best donor cultivators. So really leverage them to help you raise those funds. Okay. We're getting into the branding side of stuff. As much as none of us really like branding, it's critical. This is why on GiveButter, your donor management platform or whatever platform it is you use, leverage that. GiveButter allows you to create your own custom campaign just for this day. So it allows you to do custom branding, which makes life super easy. So this is where you're going to do, maybe you want to come up with like a unique name for your program. Karen, I don't know if it's sparking any kind of names. Dang, I think Evelyn just left, but you could use ChatGPT to help you guys come up with some unique names for your campaign. So it's not just Karen's Giving Tuesday campaign. It's the Aqua Therapy $25,000 program, but go to ChatGPT and you can find a way cooler name. So you're going to want to come up with some unique names. Yeah, utilize ChatGPT. Amen, Cameron. Karen, do you have a couple ideas for names you might want?
No, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. I was just talking to someone.
I'm gonna put that here just in case, since it's like on our minds. Visuals. I know, Karen, you've definitely probably got photos from the day, pics of in action. Okay. That's what you want to demonstrate for Giving Tuesday. You want to show people visually what they're giving to. So your visuals are your pictures of your nonprofit in action. And then any taglines. You know who's really good at coming up with taglines?
ChatGPT.
Amen. Thank you, Nikaya.
You're welcome.
ChatGPT is our best friend. So Karen, when you go into ChatGPT and you explain maybe about your aqua therapy program, you put in the mission of your organization and you say, hey, ChatGPT, I like to say please to ChatGPT. I don't think it necessarily matters and Nikaya gives me shit for it, but I tell ChatGPT please and thank you. And I seem to get a great response
Because
back.
that's strange. It's very strange, but it's fine, Sharon. Be nice.
Talk to
Exactly.
ChatGPT like it's a person. It'll do great things for you. Do that, Sharon. Do
Thank
that.
you, Winner. I know that voice from anywhere. I can't see your face, but I know that voice. Okay, you guys. So this is your branding is critical. And if you need help with branding, we do have in-house branding to help you. Winner's even one of those. So if you need help with branding, reach out to us and you can always contract with us and we'd be happy to come up with a branding campaign. But for most of you, utilize the resources that are already out there and free. ChatGPT is fantastic. Yes, so some folks are wanting to know what ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is a free, there's some you can get paid ones, but it is a free software. So just Google ChatGPT, you can get a free login. And it's basically AI intelligence that is, you can type in questions to it. You can say, like, for example, specific to this right now that we're working on, hey, ChatGPT, this is the mission of my nonprofit organization. I'm raising $25,000 for my aqua therapy program. Can you give me a tagline? And you could say, give me 5 taglines to pick from. And ChatGPT will give you 5 taglines to use. Okay. This is how you work smarter. Use resources that are out there for you to make this easy. This is how I raised $25,000 in one day. Although when I was doing it, I did not have ChatGPT because it didn't exist yet. So I had to be creative on my own, which was a major struggle. There is not a cost to ChatGPT. There are free versions out there. Okay. Campaign narrative. Karen, talk to us about the aqua therapy program.
So the aqua therapy program is a program where we get together as a group and go on Tuesdays for our boys with muscular dystrophy, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And what's cool about it is that the parents are involved. So not only are the parents in the water, the children are in the water, and it creates a community for our boys to be able to still have fun while doing light physical therapy and strengthening their muscles and their bones.
And how many kids can come to like one program?
As many
One
right
day.
now, as many as we can enroll and pay for. Right now we have 5. We're working with Children's Hospital to vet some more children. Most of the time it's location and time because some of the parents, they don't have cars. So that may
Okay.
be something we have to add to.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So maybe some of this $25,000
can go for transportation.
pay for transportation.
Yeah.
Also, how much does it cost for one boy to participate in the program on one Tuesday?
So we have to pay for a year. It's $15 a day, or for the year, it's anywhere between $200 and $350 a year per child.
Okay, can somebody do some math for me? What's $25,000 divided by 350?
Not good at math. You got anyone? Hold on, we're coming.
Okay, anybody can jump in. It doesn't have to be only you, Karen. Anybody can jump in. Someone put it in the... You'll want to start this campaign now because the more momentum you guys bring to the community for preparing for Giving Tuesday, the more successful of a Giving Tuesday you're going to have. So I suggest this is why we're putting together this campaign workbook for as an example. Karen will actually be able to use this for her nonprofit. This is why we're starting now in mid-September, because you need to use this like you're setting up for an event. Your event is November 28th. Your event is Giving Tuesday, and you're customizing it. So you want to start now. So there is no too soon. Okay. Does anybody have 25,000 divided by 350 for me?
I think they put it in a chat, 71 something,
Oh, did they?
7142? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
7142?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. So just as an example, to have an impactful statistic, maybe, this is just one idea, maybe Karen is raising $25,000 to send 71 boys to the swimming program for the year. Karen, could you imagine if you raised $25,000 and it was just to pay for that annual swimming fee? You would be able to serve 71 boys with muscular dystrophy.
We can add more days as well, which is cool.
Okay, so I'm just putting that here for everybody as an example. Does that make sense? Do you see why you have to get this specific? Like, why is it $25,000? She could raise it and say, we want to raise 35, or you could do less and say 10,000. $25,000 will pay for 71 boys to swim in her program and get service. Or maybe we want to say that $25,000 is going to pay for 50 boys, and the remaining funds will go to pay for transportation for families that can't afford it. Okay. So we're not going to go into multiple story ideas. We're just using, Karen, I'm just putting the notes here for you so you can think about it. And you guys,
Sharon, did you use multiple story ideas when you did yours?
nope, I used one story and I smacked the community with one impactful story.
Okay, thank you.
And so I was raising 25 grand for an after school youth program that was 1 day a week, every Friday. We never missed a Friday in 10 years. So I took 25,000, I raised $25,000. We served like 50 boys every Friday. I divided it out, did the math, and that's how I was able to have 50 boys in our program, is because I broke down how much it costs to have the program each Friday. So you can always do it, Karen, by just knowing your cost already, or you can start with the goal and reverse engineer it backwards to see how many people you would be able to serve.
Thank you, Dr.
Yep.
Sharon. That's awesome.
So you have quite a different ways that you can frame that. And if you want to, you can have more than one story. So one story could be is we want to be able to serve 50 boys in our program. And the second story is we want to be able to pay for transportation for families that can't afford it. And maybe also, I would imagine some people need help with paying for swimsuits or some of the medical supplies and devices. I don't know, because I don't know this industry very well.
I'm sorry, you're on
Go ahead,
target,
Karen.
Dr. Sharon.
Okay, cool. So does this example make sense for everybody? This is a real life example. So this is real for Karen and her nonprofit, but is it making sense for the rest of you that are wanting to create your campaign? Okay, cool. Let me just check in with the chat. Okay, cool. And if anybody has a question and they do put it in the chat, more than likely everyone has the same question. So don't be shy and just ask your question in front of the whole group, or I can always read your question from the chat too. Okay, so this is going to be really cool. Since Karen's program has been operating, I would imagine that she has probably some photography or video that she's taken from some of the swimming programs before. Karen, is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate.
Okay, so instead of these photos here, these are sample photos. I would want to see photos of some of the boys in the pool swimming with a smile on their face, something that makes you feel some type of way. I can't remember what other training we did this for. I have to make my face big again because this one is so important. Oh, I wish I could remember what training. When you make someone feel some type of way, that's how you get your donor. That's how you get your supporters. That's how you get someone drinking your Kool-Aid. I call it drinking the Kool-Aid, right? That shit's addictive. Whether it has sugar in it or not, shit's addictive. I have an energy drink I drink. It has no sugar in it. It's still addicting. Amber, we have a problem. Okay. So when you're getting your Giving Tuesday campaign ready, have some photos, have some video. Winner, and when you guys are getting ready for Gump Nation and Gump Nation's getting ready for Giving Tuesday, all of those photos that you take out on your Friday youth programs and the videos, those are going to be perfect. You're demonstrating your impact visually that you guys have on the community. Okay. So Karen, for you, if you can find any photos of some of your boys swimming with smiles on their face, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't have those, focus on that over the next couple of weeks. Can you imagine if you especially people who are you know, wanting to support muscular dystrophy, or have kids that like don't have this kind of swimming support, and then they see your organization and they see a boy, one of your boys with in the water with a smile. Amazing. Okay, let me go back to the screen. And of course, thank you, Mama Elephant, for sharing her gem. Make sure you have photo releases signed if you guys are going to take photos of video, and especially if they're from anyone that's 18 and under, have your photo releases signed. Thank you for that tip. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so that's your visual assets. I don't, their sample photos in here are like, meh, I don't really want to donate to whoever this is. I don't even know who those are for, but the kids are cute. So I just know, Karen, for yours specifically, if you have some photos of some of your boys and the parents with smiles on their faces, oh my God. So Candace, Candace, shoot, I know you told me how to say your name one time and I'm sorry if I butchered it. If you don't have photos or video currently, and you mostly operate virtual, take screenshots. It's okay to use stock photos too. It's not as impactful because they're fake, but it's an option. Okay. I mean, these photos aren't inspiring to me, but whatever. You know, I see so much of this stuff, but these are examples. So like this person's obviously raising money for food box giveaway. Here's some medical teams that are handing out bags. So they're just demonstrating, you know, do whatever makes you feel some type of way, smiling faces, groups of people, be specific. Okay. Inspiring ask. This also kind of goes back to when we were filling in the narrative and the storytelling. So a lot of this is in here is redundant on purpose. It's to help you to continue to flesh out what it is that you guys are doing. So for Karen, these you're just going to want to, and you can use ChatGPT for this, but you're going to want to get some your inspiring ask. This is your statement. Okay. Help us raise $25,000 to provide swimming lessons to 70 boys with muscular dystrophy. Okay. And that's not very like very captivating. Oops. So what I would do is I would take this statement that I just wrote to ChatGPT and I would say, hey, ChatGPT, my friend, because that's how I talk to my artificial intelligence. Help me write a belief statement or a inviting and convincing statement that I can share with the community to help me ask people to raise $25,000, okay? So you can put some of your ideas here. You literally can copy paste your ideas and put those ideas into ChatGPT and just say, hey, I need a belief statement. I need a convincing statement. I need a special ask for my nonprofit. And ChatGPT will help you spit that out. Okay? This is your compelling call to action. I even think if any of you can test me on it, you go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, please write me a compelling call to action with the following information. I want to raise $25,000 for swimming lessons to send 70 boys to learn some life skills with their parents in the water because they have muscular dystrophy. Help me write a compelling call to action. And you'll get these belief statements. Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, let's keep moving along. As you guys can see, we're only on page 14, but we're really just giving you some ideas. Karen, you're going to be over halfway done with your document and you'll just need to work with your team to sort of just flush these out, okay? I'm telling you, you guys, I did not skip not one cell in this workbook when I did my campaign. That is how I raised $25,000 in one day because I did literally what the instructions told me to do. Okay. So once you guys sort of have your idea of what campaign you're doing, what your ask is, what your story is, this is where you can start to fill in, you know, your staff and board members again, your civic leaders, your donors, your volunteers, your ambassadors. If you have any micro influencers, celebrities, athletes, anybody that may want to be a part of your giving day, this is where you can fill it in and you can start assigning them tasks. So I would put here Karen dash Karen's task. Okay. Okay. Even more important, on Giving Tuesday, please make sure, hold on, let me make my face big. On Giving Tuesday, please make sure your Giving Tuesday campaign donation page works. I cannot tell you, and I do not have personal experience from this because I'm so paranoid, but I have had colleagues that launched their Giving Tuesday campaign and didn't do a tech check, and their campaign page wasn't live on Giving Tuesday, and they got no donations because donors couldn't figure out how to donate. Have a tech check the day before. That is why it's in this workbook, is so that you know to do a tech check. Is your website up and running? Is your online giving donation box giving? Your social media channels, Facebook, is everything up and running and ready so that on Giving Tuesday, on November 28th, on your day of giving, does your Give Better campaign work? Does your website work? Do your social media links work? Does everything on the technology side work? Okay. So some cool things that you can kind of do in the next couple of months while you're working up towards your actual Giving Tuesday finale day. Have some matching fund campaigns, have some challenges, some competitions, maybe some meetup days, some Zoom parties. This is where you can put all of these ideas. This is how I was successful on Giving Tuesday, because I did what this workbook told me to do. I filled this out and I had many events leading up to the final day of Giving Tuesday. Any questions on that part? Okay, here's what's really cool. Giving Tuesday is an actual organization, givingtuesday.org. They have so many resources and tools, more than what I'm giving you guys today, which y'all know, of course, I'm giving you the best information because Amber and I are the plugs and it's Chamber Nation. But these are additional toolkits for you guys. Case studies. Oh my God. Case studies, you guys. Go and copy what other organizations are doing. Go copy them. Who gives a shit? Go copy what they're doing because clearly they were successful. Toolkits, sample emails. Oh my God. Sample emails, social media messages. Go copy and paste this shit. Templates for press releases. How to rally young people. How to rally influencers. Additional recordings. Connecting with local Giving Tuesday movements. There's all these different things in the areas, depending on where you're located with, of people you can partner with. Okay, I'm gonna stop my screen share. I'm gonna open it up for questions. This is a comprehensive step-by-step guide to preparing you for Giving Tuesday. It is like preparing for an event. Start now. Karen, was that helpful? I'm going to email that to you so you have kind of your backbone starting point to it so you can get together with your team.
Yes, that was very helpful. Thank you so much.
Okay.
This is awesome.
Any other questions while you guys have us on here? This is your Giving Tuesday step-by-step guide. I can't wait to see some of the campaigns, y'all. When you guys create your campaigns, be sure to tag at the nonprofit plug so we can help share your Giving Tuesday promo and events and things that you have going on. Tag at the nonprofit plug so we can see it. And you can post in the private Facebook group if you've got some really cool ideas, things that are working well. If you want some feedback, post it in the private Facebook group and we can all check it out. Patrick, congratulations on $100. Karen, thank you for always being so engaging every single week. It's nice to see some new faces. That is it for your guys' training today. I'm going to put that Giving Tuesday workbook in the private Facebook group. We'll also email it out to everyone too. Today's training was recording, so we'll share that. Amber and I will be on here for another 6 minutes. So we're here to answer any questions that you guys have. It's a pretty hefty training, but it's got step by step. If you just follow it step by step, you will literally have the most successful day of your lives. And Patrick just dropped the free version of ChatGPT in the chat box. Oh no, we don't like being locked out of Facebook. What did you do? Who
You know,
knows?
it's so weird. When I first made my account, I put my name. I guess I made an account instead of a page. So when I made the account, I was like, well, it's not my business. And so I tried to make a page, and now Facebook is like, you're doing something fraudulent. You said you were one person, now you're saying another, and they will
Oh, that's
not let.
annoying. So do what you can to see if maybe you can come up with another way, because you're going to definitely want Facebook for Giving Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Dr. Sharon, is it okay to bring up something you mentioned in our last session about
Of
the Google
course.
Biz for Businesses? So what I want to tell you is every time you make a suggestion, my goal is to complete it from 1 week to the next so I can have it done, right? So
Yeah.
I went to do the Google page. Did you say that, or did I hear that Google will give you a free email like you have Karen Gilmano at Google? So they're trying to sell me a $21, the $21.
Did you go to Google for nonprofits?
I went to Google for nonprofits. I did I also went to Percent. Was that the one you said we need to
Yeah.
do?
So
I
just for
did that
now,
first.
do the Google for nonprofits and then wait for, did you get the verification?
Okay, maybe that's what I'm waiting for, the
Yeah,
verification.
and it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a
Oh.
24, it's not an immediate verification. It's very
Okay.
annoying. Sometimes it can take 2 to 4 weeks. With a couple of clients, it took 24, 48 hours. So it just kind of depends. But once you get approved as the Google for nonprofits,
Mhm.
then you can go in there and they'll have a workspace and you'll be able to set up like Karen at your nonprofit.
Right. Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Yep.
clarifying that.
Karen, I do have questions outside of the Giving Tuesday that me and Alex were talking about in our grants meeting. So you know how for startups, a lot of us invest our own money into it. And like for me, I invested, I don't want to say the number, but a lot of money into the nonprofit. And I already donated into my own Give Butter, so that is what I'll use for taxes. But for the rest of the money that is that was implemented, how will we go about getting that back through taxes when you file taxes for the nonprofit or for yourself? Like, how does that work?
Sure. So make sure you have documentation and receipts of all of the money that you personally gave to the nonprofit, and you'll use those receipts. And when you file your personal taxes, you and your CPA will make note of that and make note of those donations for the year. Or if you gave that money to the nonprofit as a loan, it would not be a tax deduction. And then your CPA would make note of that. And if you want to get the money back when when you raise funds and you've got funding coming in for the nonprofit, you can pay yourself back.
Okay.
Just make sure you have receipts and it's documented.
Okay, sounds good. And do you happen, does a nonprofit plug happen to recommend anyone for to like a tax person or?
Yeah, as if for your personal taxes and if it's for the nonprofit, our firm does tax filings, accounting, financial management, all those services. We do have a couple of people that do personal taxes too. If that's something you're interested, I can talk to you on that offline. But for the nonprofit, you can always retain our firm absolutely to do it. And then we have a couple other people, and I can see if they have capacity for it that do personal taxes also.
Okay, sounds good.
Just remind me.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining Chamber Nation today. It's always a party at Chamber Nation. We're going to create that t-shirt, hashtag annoying as fuck, get $25,000 in one day.
You.
Have a great week,
Thank you so
everybody. We will see. Oh, next week's topic, auctions for nonprofits. Another great way to bring in a shit ton of money. Auctions for nonprofits. That's next week.
Thank you.
Have a great week, everybody. So, Tonya, thank you for your questions.
I inboxed you another question.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Oh, any possibility to make payments are you talking about to be a member of this group?
I thought that I seen that it was a more
You're talking about our other membership. Yeah. Do me a favor. I'm gonna put our email address in the chat box. Shoot me an email.
okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, what's your membership costs? It's on the website.
Okay. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic week.